In October 1972, Uruguayan Air Force Flight 571 was traveling over the Andes Mountains. On board were members of a Uruguayan rugby team, along with friends and relatives, heading to Chile for a match. What was supposed to be a routine journey turned into one of the most extraordinary survival stories in history. Due to severe weather and a navigation mistake, the aircraft drifted off course. Believing the mountains had already been crossed, the pilot began descending too early. The plane struck a mountain ridge and crashed at an altitude of approximately 3,570 meters. The impact destroyed much of the aircraft and scattered debris across the frozen landscape. Out of the 45 people on board, 33 survived the initial crash. Many were seriously injured, and the survivors found themselves trapped in one of the most hostile environments on Earth. Temperatures dropped far below freezing, and there was no vegetation, wildlife, or shelter beyond the remains of the plane. Search teams were launched immediately, but the white fuselage blended into the snow-covered mountains. After 8 days, the official search was called off, as authorities believed there were no survivors. 11 days after the crash, the survivors discovered this devastating news through a small radio recovered from the wreckage. Any remaining hope of outside rescue disappeared. With no food left and no help coming, the group faced an unimaginable decision. To survive, they chose to consume the bodies of those who had already passed away. Weeks later, another disaster struck. An avalanche buried the aircraft, killing several more survivors. At this point, only 16 people remained alive. Realizing that rescue would only come if they sought it themselves, 3 of the strongest survivors, Fernando Peredo, Roberto Canessa, and Antonio Vicentin, set out across the mountains on foot. After days of extreme exhaustion, Vicentin turned back, while Peredo and Canessa continued west. After 9 days of walking through snow and mountains, they finally encountered a Chilean cowboy named Sergio Catalan. He alerted authorities, leading to a rescue mission. On December 22, 1972, 70 days after the crash, helicopters reached the site and rescued the remaining survivors. The tragedy of Flight 571 became known as the Miracle of the Andes, a powerful example of human endurance, courage, and the will to survive against impossible odds.